Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are pulling from a stack of medical guides and research papers on sleep disruptions to, well, accomplish a very specific mission, figuring out why you might be jolting awake at exactly 3:00 a.m. every single night.
Right,
You
yeah.
know that dread, right? You open your eyes in the pitch black, you glance at the clock, and you
Gotcha.
just see those glowing red numbers.
Yeah, it's like it's too late to actually just get up and be awake, but it is way too early to start your day.
Exactly.
Okay.
And for millions of people, especially as they get a bit older, I mean, this isn't just a random bad night. It happens constantly.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's unpack this. It's like having a glitchy internal alarm clock that just refuses to let you snooze. So why does this happen so frequently as the years go by?
Well, what's fascinating here is that it's actually not a glitch at all. I mean, it's a structural change in the brain. So as we age, the cluster of neurons responsible for our circadian rhythms, they actually start to degrade.
Wait, degrade?
Yeah, unfortunately, the amplitude of our sleep cycles kind of flattens out, meaning we physically spend less time in that deep, restorative delta wave sleep. We end up hovering much closer to wakefulness.
Okay, so are we just doomed to terrible, shallow sleep?
Yeah.
Because look, I rely on afternoon coffee to survive, and it feels like you're about to tell me I have to stop. I mean, having a late coffee is like secretly leaving an app running in the background of your phone.
Right.
You think it's closed, but it's just quietly draining the battery all night.
That is a great analogy. That background app is actively blocking adenosine.
Adenosine being the sleep chemical.
Right, the chemical that makes you feel sleepy. Because your natural sleep drive is already flattened by age, that lingering caffeine prevents you from crossing the threshold back into deep sleep.
Oh, wow. So it just keeps you at the surface.
Exactly, you're trapped in this shallow state where your sensory gates are just wide open. And that's when things like nighttime bathroom trips, which, by the way, you can easily manage by just reducing late day fluids.
Right, just drink less water before bed.
Yeah, exactly. Or even lingering financial stress, things like that just pull you right back to full consciousness because you were barely asleep anyway.
Okay, I get how active stress keeps you awake. If you're worrying about money, sure. But what about the physical room? Because the sources highlight a room being slightly too warm as a huge factor. But if I'm literally unconscious, how does a 1-degree temperature shift wake me up entirely? I mean, I'm asleep.
Well, it's because your body temperature actually needs to drop by about 2 degrees Fahrenheit to initiate and maintain that deep sleep.
Just 2 degrees.
Yeah, just a tiny drop. So if the room is too warm, your core temperature rises. And your brain's hypothalamus detects this as an immediate threat.
A threat, like a predator.
Kind of, yeah. It assumes something is wrong with your environment, so it just floods your system with cortisol to wake you up and make you fix it.
That is wild. So the brain hits a panic button over a blanket.
Pretty much.
But, okay, let's say my room is perfectly cool, my mind is totally calm, I didn't drink any water, and I'm still staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. What then?
Then we have to look at physiological roadblocks. So structural issues like sleep apnea, maybe acid reflux, or restless leg syndrome.
Right, the physical stuff.
Exactly. These things actively interrupt your breathing or cause muscle twitches, and those definitely require a doctor's intervention. But a massive, often completely overlooked trigger is just a chaotic evening routine.
Like what? Just going to bed at different times.
That, but also eating heavy meals or scrolling through bright screens in bed.
But wait, I have to ask. If predictability is so important, why do some people sleep perfectly fine on vacation? Like when they eat late, they drink, and their routine is entirely wrecked.
That's a great point. It's because vacation naturally lowers your baseline cortisol. You are relaxed. But at home, eating a heavy meal right before bed forces your liver and digestive system to work overtime.
And that causes problems.
Yeah, because digestion generates heat, which raises that core body temperature we just talked about.
Oh, right, the temperature alarm.
Exactly. And then you combine that with a screen-emitting blue light. That directly suppresses your pineal gland's melatonin production, so your circadian rhythm literally thinks it's high noon.
Wow.
Yeah, if we connect this to the bigger picture, your body thrives on hormonal predictability. Constantly scrambling the inputs is going to fragment the output.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though. The sources emphasize that you don't actually have to fix everything overnight.
Right. You don't.
Improving just one habit, like, say, putting the phone in another room.
Yeah.
Let your melatonin rise naturally, and that alone can cascade into better memory consolidation, an improved mood, and even a lower resting heart rate.
Absolutely. Small physiological shifts yield massive results over time. Though we should definitely note, if you are chronically waking up and it's destroying your day-to-day function, always consult a healthcare professional. You want to rule out those underlying structural issues.
Definitely. Always talk to a doctor. So what does this all mean for you? We've looked at degrading neurons, temperature alarms, and melatonin blockers. But I really want to leave you with this one thought. If your body's internal clock is precise enough to wake you up at exactly 3:00 a.m. every single night, down to the minute, what other invisible rhythms is it tracking and controlling without you even realizing it?